Okay, guys, so it is 7 a.m. I went to bed for an extra 3 hours, and you can probably tell by my hair, but those 3 hours were the best 3 hours of sleep I've ever gotten. And I went from feeling like a zombie all of yesterday to actually feeling awake again, which is good because I only have one objective for today. I only have one thing that I want to do for the entirety of today, and it has nothing to do with sitting down and doing deep work for 12 hours or 8 hours, whatever I usually do. The only objective that I have for today is to record. And the thing about recording is you do a good job depending on how you feel, not how long you do it for, right? You have 30 minutes of good recording, and you could have an entire, or no, not 30 minutes. For me, I could have 2 hours of recording and get everything done. But if I'm tired, it could be like the Brez video. When I did the Brez video, I was tired out of my mind. And that took me, what? I think it was 8 hours. It took me from 12 a.m., so midnight, to 8 a.m. to record that video because I was just so tired. Now, the TJR video only took me about 6 hours start to finish, maybe about 4 hours of actual recording time, and I was less tired there. And today I feel amazing. I feel really good. I'm excited, which is the exact mood you want to be in to record. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and I'm going to get my hat on, going to get dressed. I'm going to do a little bit of client work, fill out all my trackers. I actually have a call at 9 a.m. I have to check my WhatsApp because maybe I was dreaming, but I think he said something to me that, yeah, I have these weird events where I dream about things that would actually happen in my day. So I can yap about this another time, but I will dream about today happening. And it's the weirdest thing. I don't really have dreams that are crazy. My dreams literally play out like actual days. It's something I've never met anybody else where it happens to them. So sometimes I'll think something happened and it was really in my dream. Anyways, I'll have to check WhatsApp to make sure that this guy actually said this, because if it is, it's a really green flag when it comes to the call. But yeah, I'm going to jump on to my computer, get ready, and then I'll give you guys a little time lapse as I go through and do all that, and then as I kind of do my final revisions and walk through the script before I record. So yeah, peace. Okay, so little update. First thing is that this is a first video that I did with a client, and it's at 531 views, which is really good. So I'm happy about that. That is sick. Now, the next thing that I am kind of figuring out is, believe it or not, for my videos, I don't have 3 cameras. I use my actual camera, I use this phone as the side angle, and then I steal my mom's phone for the last angle. So I have to kind of arrange my recording schedule today based on when I can use my mom's phone, which she has 2 phones, one for work, one for personal. So I use her work phone to record, but it's not ideal, and I definitely need to make an upgrade in that domain. I just haven't pulled the trigger on buying another camera. So in the meantime, I will work around her schedule with that. It shouldn't be much of an issue today, so I'm a-okay on that respect. Now, I have to still do my meditation, and I've already gone on my computer. So typically when this happens, it gets a little bit messy. However, I am going to keep it focused and yeah, get it done. All right, I am about to open my YouTube studio for the first time today because I'm filling in my data. So yeah, let me close my eyes. You know what, I'm not gonna make this a whole spectacle. All right, look at it. All right, we are at, as you can see there, we are at 15K, 15.8K on the video. So that is awesome. Very nice, very nice, very cool. I am going, to go ahead here and fill in my data now. So yeah. Just something funny to show you guys as I am about to get into making an invoice here. I sent the video I made reacting last night, and then also his comment to my editor in our wins channel in my at my company, and he's just like, "Yo, I just woke up. I can't believe my eyes. Am I dreaming? This is insane. He's the GOAT." That's a good reaction. I'm very glad. That's awesome. Biggest thing is like team culture. You can't. That's like most important thing. So, anyways, cool stuff. Getting back typing. Good. You can hear me all right? How are you? Good, good. And yeah, you're in Dubai clearly, yeah. Okay, so I just jumped off a call there, and it actually went pretty good, you know. I didn't really know what to expect because it was a larger creator, but he had been watching my videos for quite some time and seemed relatively interested in what it did. So I'm probably gonna, or not probably, I'm gonna send him a proposal of everything that I do, pretty much just like the contract that I have, and yeah, we'll see what amounts to it. I hope one thing you guys take away from watching these videos is that long-term time horizon is everything. I really couldn't give a solitary crap if this client closes. Now, if they close, I'll care a lot because now it's my responsibility to deliver. However, if the client closes, whether or not, it's not going to change my life, right? My scoreboard, believe it or not, is my audience and my YouTube. It is not my bank account. And the reason why is because I want to build long-term trust. So you'll see that in my videos, I don't CTA for people to buy what I do. I don't sell anything. So I have a link in the description where somebody can like hear about my offer, but I don't like promote it, sell it, anything like that. So if you're interested, you find it, but if not, you wouldn't even know it exists. And that is the way that I believe things should be run, right? You don't want to be overly salesy, and I see so many people kill their growth because they never understood how far they could have actually gone if they didn't just try and cash in. So that's kind of what growing an organic audience can be like sometimes. It's like you're riding up a big slope, you're going on a big wind here, and you lose momentum the second you begin cashing your chips in. And I think way too many people cash their chips in prematurely, and because of that, they miss what they could have made, right? Like you see a lot of guys settle for what's the equivalent of $1 million in cash collected, post-tax, expenses, all that. You might net like 300K on average, 300 to 400K. And that was the amalgamation of your reputation that you just did that for. Versus the guy who just lives a humble life on the way up, and because of that, he keeps going up because he doesn't have an immediate need to start monetizing his audience. And then when he cashes in, it's like Hormozy, where we watched him make 100 mil in a single day. Or it's like Iman, where yes, everyone thinks Iman's the super salesy guy. He sells once every I think it's once a quarter he does his stuff. And before that, he posted 6 years for ever properly pushing his first product. So you have to hold the growth. You have to hold it. You have to have this ball of potential money, and you just have to let it sit there. Just let it sit there. Your monthly P&L is not going to be as good, but you have to let it sit there. Just make what you need. Take as little as you need in order to survive while still reinvesting. Here's the equation. Take whatever you need in order to reinvest in the resources necessary to continue growing your momentum. So for me, what that looks like is I don't want to pay my expenses with savings or any non-active income source. So my only active, or I guess I have 2 active income sources now. I have YouTube AdSense, which I've only made $130 from. That might change with this TJR video. I have my YouTube AdSense, and then I have my, crap, I want to make sure I don't lose my voice. What the heck's happening? I have my YouTube AdSense, and I have my YouTube agency. So I pay all my expenses for the gear that I have, for the mortgage that I pay, for my subscriptions and phone bills that I use. I pay all that with active income, and then I reinvest the surplus of that because my expenses are pretty low. I pay I think my lifestyle expenses with biz expenses included is around, it's probably around 2K, which is really low. Now, given that, the surplus I reinvest and I pay the next month with active income. So I'm constantly broke, even though I'm reinvesting everything. And I keep building my momentum until one day it will be time to cash in. But we're nowhere near that point. We're not even a fraction of being anywhere near that point, right? Hormozy had $1 million before I think he ever sold anything. So I want to build my brand the same way, where it's heavily based on reputation, and people know that when they come to my channel and they interact with me, that I am not selling. And when I do decide to sell, because I will, but I want to do it in a graceful way, right? It's not about, when I do decide to sell, it's not going to be about cashing in my audience. It's going to be making literally the best offer possible. That's how it's going to happen. And you just want to kind of hold it until you get there. So yeah, I will see you boys later. Oh, I'm gonna work. Anyways. Okay guys, it looks like the video is probably going to be my biggest video based on trajectory so far. So we're at 19.8K viewers, and if I go to the last 60 minutes, it has 991 views. So looks like we're getting into another rodeo. Just for context, my video on Brez has 80,000-ish views right now, but if I compare it, it only had 2.1K at this time, where this one has almost 20K. So very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting. In other news, I put out some stories that I'm looking to hire people, and I'll show you guys the stories. I just wanted to see who's in my network, who I've got following me, and kind of what options I have open. And I've got a lot of DMs. Now, you guys know me. the boy is a massive introvert, and because of that, I really like to keep things close, compact, chill, not going crazy, because I believe in organic and slow growth the right way, and not like running a crazy Ponzi or like anything like that. So I try and really make an effort to weed out, because I don't want any agencies and I don't want anybody. Wait, let me not relegate people. I want somebody who is all in working with me and cares about this close to the same amount that I do. I don't think you can ever really hire somebody that's going to care more about you than your own business. But I want somebody who sees my business as the way of achieving their dreams. And there are people that have reached out to me that I've just flat out told no, because they've got other dreams. Like they run an agency where they have 8 clients. I don't want people like that. I love my current editor because he's bought in to what that's happening. And because of that, we've been able to achieve the results that we have so far. So I want to find more people like him that I can work with. And I especially need help in the sales department. So I'm kind of going through that process as we speak here. And yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm really seeing the reach that I have. I'm going to keep it up for maybe, I might take it down, honestly. Because I think I found a guy that I really like, and I don't want to like have my give to ask ratio with my audience be too crazy. Yeah. That's kind of the update. So I'm gonna get back and finish up this client work, and then I'm just gonna start getting my studio ready to record and getting my teleprompter plugged in. I have to find a missing piece for my camera, which is kind of driving me livid, but I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna be a good day. Record it. I'm waiting for my mom to get back, so as soon as I start recording, that's gonna be super solid. And yeah, again, great day. I just need to get the recording done. That's literally the only definition of success for today, is the recording done. If I go to bed and the recording's not done, today was a failure. I don't care what mindset shift. No, if the video isn't recorded by tonight, I failed today. So keep that in mind, because if you hear what I say after this, no matter what I say, it's cope. No matter what I say, if I don't get it done, it is cope. And shame on you, future me, if you make some crappy excuses for this. So that is recent news. I want to bang out this client video. I knew today wasn't going to be like a deep work locked in day. I've been spending the entire day just like typing to people and coordinating, we'll say. So I'm going to get this client video done, and then I'm going to call my mom after I end this here, and yeah, get it all done. Okay, so things aren't going exactly to plan. No, this is not cope about me not getting the recording done. My mom is not home yet though, so I can't start. Kinda sucks. Now, I have just gotten bombarded with messages, with a whole bunch of stuff from a whole bunch of people, and it made me very, very grateful to be back in my room, quiet, alone, and not talking to anybody, because I like, this overwhelmed me. I don't want to, this is like the most amount of people I want to talk to for a week. Yeah. I'm all for having a team, but being like pitched at and sold to by this many people at once, fuck, I don't like it. And I also want, again, I talked about this, but I want homegrown talent, because if you saw my little rant about it being a cold world yesterday, I don't want to mingle with my industry. I don't like the info industry. I think it's the greatest opportunity that we've ever seen, like personal brand YouTube info. Like it's insane. But that also means it attracts a lot of the wrong crowd. And bro, to be honest, I saw somebody say this and it makes a lot of sense. It almost seems like the info space has like sociopathic scammers. And I don't want to go on a rant accusing things because it's just holier than thou. But I've seen people who literally run like outright, let me take your money and not give you anything in return. And I don't even want to sell info, right? Like what I do is an actual service. I make the videos for people. Even at my lowest package done with you, I make your thumbnails and I write your scripts. I just don't edit and post it for you physically. So yeah, I really don't jive with the whole vibe of, I guess, what I experienced today. And it makes me, I'm going to have a talk with a potential setter in a second here, but I honestly might just keep things how they are. I scale the content end of my operation, and I leave the sales end to being just me and let people directly schedule in. Like, I think that's honestly the play, bro, because fuck me, I did not like what I just had to deal with. And it's also like, no disrespect to any of the people if you were one of the people that reached out, because most, like 99% of them were good. It was just like a few that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. The point is that I got to the success that I'm seeing right now, and it's so minor. Like, it's not, I don't want to fucking call it success. It's like a YouTube video. I want this to be my standard, and I know how to make it that, so I don't want to blow this out of proportion and make it seem like I'm doing anything out of the norm here. I'm just focusing on, like, compared to YouTubers and creators, which is who I compare myself to, I still have chicken shit numbers. So I don't really consider what I'm doing amazing. It's just to the people, again, who are in like this kind of info business world, 20,000 is like a lot of views. And I get that kind of, I don't know, like people will kind of look at like a lot of messages and it's like, oh, with 20,000 views, you should be making, like, yeah, I had a channel where we were making like 30 views a video, making 30,000 a month. That doesn't mean that every 30 views you get $30,000, or every 1,000 views you make that much money. Like, whatever it is, it doesn't scale. Like, I'm making different kinds of videos here. And I say that just to make the case that I want to just get back to thing. And it was only a few hours I got opened up to it, but I want to close myself back down to it. Like, I don't want to be open to this world anymore. So that is all. That is all I've initially got. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my client work out that I've been kind of like working on, but not as fast as I could because I've literally been just like typing to so many people. I'm going to get it out, and then I'm just going to start reviewing my script to just start recording and wait. So yeah, that is all, and I will see you boys. Time lapse time. All right, guys, I know I said it's going to be cope, and it's going to be fucking cope. I just got fucked. Not anything I can do about it, but as I've talked about with you guys, and didn't make it lose my mind, I need my mom to record my videos because I borrow her additional phone in order to get 3 camera angles because I don't have I have a camera. I have my phone, but I don't have a third camera, which I am about to buy as a result of this. I just wanted to save up so I could buy like a really expensive film camera as my next one, but fuck me. Okay. It's not my mom's fault. I love her. The plan was that she'd be home around 1 for the handoff, but it doesn't look like she's going to be home anytime before 8. So, yeah, that's no good. I don't know what to do. There's not really a workaround because I also would need to get the prints for everything, which it was an accident, but she has those on her. So dang it. All right. Well, I'm going to call her and see if there's any way that I can like find out exactly when she's going to be home so I can go to bed, wake up, and then film. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see what I can do and I'll update you guys.